Okay, let's get onto this then. So, I followed the second beam all the way up Mount Rushless, and it's led to this weird door on the side of the volcano. Don't know what you think, but it looks like it was built by the pacifists to me. Karen thinks the beam was designed to pass through, but the system's all blocked up with dirt. We've cleared some of the community funds stolen by the mayor for you to do your thing up here, and Karen and Michelle will be watching on your feed just in case. Yeah, I'm a bit worried that it rewards 30,000, because previously that's been an indication of job length. But I feel there's no way that it's going to take more, like, be 10 times the duration of the roller disco, or like the solar system or something. Okay, so that's where it's going in down the bottom there. That would be the first beam. Well, no, that'll be the chest beam is going to there. This will be the head beam is going to the top. I do love this, though. That is a really good picture. This is a nice environment. Why is the dude's mobility scooter up here? Huh? Boysenberry. Oh, boysenberry muffins. Yes. That feels rare to encounter something that would be boysenberry muffins. I don't know. I go nuts for them over here, but I feel they're a relatively niche thing. Okay, well, entrance crystals. We've got to clean off all of this stuff as well. And work our way to the door. Oh god, we've got to do the whole lot around. Do I have like a ladder or anything? I see a gnome in the bushes. This is going to be interesting. So do I have anything to stand on at all? Okay, there's a gnome over here too. Hello. There's a gnome there. There's a gnome there. Yeah, I don't have any scaffold or anything. So I'm going to have to just use the water in this light looks the same as the beam. That looks pretty cool. But I'm just going to have to scrub my way with it. Thankfully I can reach this. If I got all this way doing the starting tools only to find that the final map I had to buy a longer extension, that would suck. I mean, I also wouldn't have put it past them. And at this point it would feel like fine, whatever. I'll get the like extra long extension or something, but it would still be, everything else would be normal. Oh, we're only just at 1%. What's that scooter doing up here? I'm gonna look around and see if I can find the owner. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Because that's like the old man. I was betting the old man is actually that cerulean dude or whatever. He's actually like immortal, or at least very long-lived. Because he was doing something in the woods as well, right? There was something fishy going on with him. Oh, I'm only just able to reach that. I actually need to jump in order to reach some of this stuff. Okay, and this is something, I guess I can stand on these crystals to reach the roof better. Yeah, okay, that works. Good. Phew. So yeah, we can make this a real tall sort of thing, because people will have upgraded by now. Except for that one dude who's a masochist. Not a masochist, I just like to challenge myself. I'm just a cheapskate, that's all. You know, I've got like $30,000, $40,000 or something. Dude, I'm earning interest on that. Why spend it if I don't need to? I'm just going to earn myself a tidy bit of interest on that. Help pay for my gas bill. So, clearly the room is going to, or like the door is going to open, and there'll be something we have to clean inside as well. We know that, that's for sure. I'll be very surprised if that doesn't happen, put it that way. Because while it's very slowly ticking up while I'm outside, there we go, finally clean something. It is slowly ticking up, but I think we're only going to hit like 50% maybe, if that, by the time we clean the outside, even though it's, yeah, it's big. That's what I meant to say, is that it's big outside, but it's ticking up so slowly that there has to be more to it. Awe and wonder. Goodness me, look at this, Karen. It can't all be pathicist, can it? I mean, it probably can be. Every fiber of my frontal cortex says, of course not. That would be worth more than the universe itself. And yet... And it's like, has this just been here exposed the whole time? Because I feel that someone would have carted it away by now. Or is this beam, like, burned a hole into the side of the hill and then stopped on the door somehow? How very convenient. But it's so powerful that it was able to burn into the rock like this. But not powerful enough to break through. Would it be nice to have at least, like, a scissor lift up here that I could park out the front? Feels a bit rude not to have anything, not even a ladder. Not even a step ladder. I could have carried a step ladder with me up the mountain. I had Harper to help me, right? Dude got a mobility scooter up here. Unless it's like a futuristic mobility scooter, like the futuristic bike, and it actually flies. There could be something to that. He did seem to go off-road very easily on it. It's cleaning around the entrance for the time being anyway. I wonder if anyone just comes in and just goes straight into just cleaning the door and doesn't even realise that the rocks around the outside need to be cleaned as well. So while I appreciate the clustering in terms of entrance crystals, it kind of would have been nicer if it was individual crystals dinged. Yes, I'm greedy. It's like the geologist is just watching me work going, are you gonna clean the door yet? That's what we're here for. And meanwhile I'm here just like, nope, just spraying the rocks. Don't mind me. It can wait. It's fine. But if I don't clean all of this, that won't open up, because then it won't be complete on my checklist. I am at least glad that they figured out the... Finally, they had more instances of that multi-part time-lapse by the end. Like the truck and the theatre and stuff. So finally, the thing that you introduced in the second map, you're actually making more use of. Took you long enough. Good, there's the entrance wall. $80 from that one. I guess everything is going to reward a lot on this map because of how much it's worth. But that also was a very big feature. I didn't even notice what it was when I cleaned like a group of crystals. Let's see if I pay attention to this one. I wonder if they're planning on doing another sequel, or whether or not we finally learn who the identity is of the Power Wash character. Like, I feel the streetcar was onto something. It's like, you hide yourself away under that helmet. It's like, yeah. Not wrong. Well, just what am I hiding? That was only $10 for doing that. Okay, so the... The 80 was just because it was big. Fair enough. I thought maybe these would be worth like $100 or something each, because they're worth a lot once you clean them. You know, not just to do with the size. And then a cat jumps on the crystal and destroys the world. That would be about right. Oh, 15%. Harper. Found the owner of the scooter. Yes. Lovely old boy called Rusty. Yep, seemed a bit confused and asked if I knew where the Bullseye grocery store was. Yep, that's the one. I think it's a front. I'm sure he knows more. Gonna help him down the volcano and take him to the celebrations. Nothing I can do up here anyway. Meet us there when you're done, yeah? Yeah, I think there's more to Rusty than meets the eye, I think. I think he knows something. I think he's actually cerulean. He's just a bit rusty, that's all. Hey, there's the entrance floor. Cool. Now, let's get on to the guts of this. Get all of our architectural terms again. In the pilaster. I'm guessing the difference between a pilaster and a pillar is that a pillar holds something up, whereas a pilaster is more just an affectation. It's not actually structural. What do I still need to do on this? Why can I not get in here? Here we go. There we go. While we're here, we'll clean the side of the lintel too. While I'm thinking of it, I'll do the same on this side. Fairly appropriate music, I think. Guardians of Nordrasil. There's the entrance lens cleaned. It's not going to actually open the door yet until I clean the rest, though, I suspect. Oh god, we're only going to be at like 20% when it cleans everything. This is going to be a huge cave inside. If it's too tall, we might actually have to break the starting tools only just to get an extension. Please don't be too tall. Please just be, like, wide or long. I want just a long corridor that isn't too tall. Door emblem and lens... Oh, we haven't done the lens frame. There we go. Right, door emblem. Moment of truth. Click. Speak friend and enter. Melon. In we go. Okay, we're in Mount Doom, basically. Alright. Inner entrance wall, okay. I'm gonna assume I can't, like, fall to my death. Good. Do I need to do the top side of this as well? I would hope not, because there's just literally no way I can reach it. Like, that's not a distance thing, that's an angle thing, surely. Karen, you're in. I am indeed in. As the kids would say. And then, like, quick, scout around. See what you need to do. No, I'm just gonna clean the wall real quick. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna be here cleaning the wall and the inside of the door. I feel I should put the deep hole music on for this. This feels like something to do with earth elementals. I'm curious to see just what I have to do on this entrance wall to get it to clean as well. Okay, well, there's some energy crystals. Interesting that the beam is not coming inside. It's just on the doorway, on the lens, but it's not actually, like, coming in at all. Unless I need to clean the lens on the inside. That would actually make sense. Well, we'll get to it eventually. I'll get there. Don't rush me. This is, after all, Mount Rushless, right? Okay, so the entrance wall, still a lot to do. I'm just not sure how I'm supposed to do anything too high up, right? Unless there is a ladder outside and I just didn't see it. Like, am I just blind, or... Oh, I can stand on that, probably, presumably. Is that the idea? There's an altar down there, okay. Are we supposed to sacrifice the cat on an altar? Let's hope not. I can't actually jump up onto this, it turns out. I mean, the top of that is clean anyway, right? Yeah, okay, so that's a clue that I'm not supposed to get on top, because otherwise the top would be dirty. Right. So... I'll just clean what I can from here, but... I guess if I had an extension, I could do it from back there. Okay. We have encountered the final boss of starting tools only, that's for sure. That's too close now. So we have to be far enough back. Yeah, then we can't quite reach. So we have to be up around here. Oh, I'm just going to spray and pray until it... There we go. Good. So I think that was the final boss of starting tools only, but we got there. So now everything else should be pretty simple, I think. Lintel, we should do the side of as well. What am I missing on this plaster? I was being a bit scrappy across that. Alright, there is another lens, yes. Entrance lens, entrance lens. There we go. Now it's shooting him. I'm guessing it's then just going to reflect down because I think I saw another lens on another rock further down. Okay, I think that's everything for the entrance door. Yep, so it goes into that one, bounces down to that one. Yep, okay. But you know, saving the day can't be rushed. We've got to work our way down to it. Like, you know, if I'm like a pacifist or something myself, as I suspect maybe the lore is meant to be hinting that we are, then this is like a holy place, right? So we've got to revere it, clean our way down to it. But is the world worth saving if it's not clean, right? I don't know what this even is in here, too. If no one else is meant to have even been in here, why is this, like... Oh, I guess did they come in the top? Is that the thing? Is that, like, Blake Thrust or whatever came in the top with his jet or whatever and stole something else? So are we still missing something, then? Is the old dude, is Rocky actually Blake Thrust after his time machine sent him back to the past at some point? And he got stuck there without his technology or anything, or wealth. And his present-day self didn't believe him. Or he didn't want to risk a paradox, but then megalomaniacs never seem to really care about risking things. Here's Karen again. No pressure, species. The moon is nearing the point of no return. You're our only hope. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Well, so you say no pressure. That's literally what I'm working with right now. Yeah, don't wish no pressure on a power washer. See, that's asking for trouble. Yeah, exactly. If I have no pressure, I can't do anything. Good point. As you were... Yeah, you want to wish me high pressure. That's what you want to wish me. Higher pressure, so I don't need an extension to do further away things. I wonder what the whole significance of all this is anyway, right? And if the volcano did erupt, Would that have destroyed the altar and stuff? Is there other things at play here? Like, what would have happened? Here's the reflecting lens. We'll get to that. I almost want to do that last. But no, we won't. We'll work our way down to this far. Clean everything else around it. Then clean that before moving on. Because it'll then reflect onto the next one. No, we need to use the yellow. This is millennia of grime build up on these crystals, I suspect. And a healthy amount of guano, probably. I'm sure bats flew in here when the volcano was dormant. Okay, that's a crystal cluster again. Oh good, the stairs are sectioned. Fantastic. Ooh, energy channel, in fact. Oh, interesting. Okay, because there's an energy crystal. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Well, in which case, let's clean this off then, because that's like moving on to the next part. Oh, there's some stuff dirty on top there as well. Barely reach again. Just need to inch our way forward, and we're slowly getting to the point that we can actually clean it more effectively. And it might not matter, because we might be able to clean it from around the corner or something. This can go up here and reach that. No. And then there's an invisible wall stopping us getting any further. We're just going to have to jump around a little bit. In fact, they didn't even give me a ladder. The thing that they always seem to give me, even when I don't care for it. I want to clean the rest of this reflection crystal, actually, before I move on. Before I actually get it in reflection duties, it should be clean. They should have like a force field or something active so you can't even get closer than a certain point until you clean everything in that section, which would include like the crystal and the lens and everything. So then they could section up the time lapse even inside the volcano here. That would have been cool. There should have been a force field between these two crystals that prevented me from passing until I cleaned up the intervening gap. So otherwise you could just run right down to the altar and clean that immediately, presumably. To be fair, I haven't tried. Maybe there's an invisible wall there the whole time and I haven't even just tried. Far too orderly about this. It would be interesting to see how other people approached doing a game like this, let alone maps specifically like this. Like, how do other people clean these things? Did they obsess over every little thing on their way down like I am? Or did people just rush to the altar? Did people clean the lenses first just to kind of get the beam moving down and then clean everything else? Like, leave all of the non-crystals until last? I wonder what that says about a person in terms of how they clean things. I mean, I feel you have to be a certain type of person to make it this far in a game like this anyway, right? Let's be real. Ownership and completion of this game isn't an official diagnostic tool, but it might have a point. Okay, we've done all of that. That looks nice and bright. Let's clean off the reflection lens now. Now, move on to that one. And we work our way down the path. We're not even halfway down. This level may not be worth the entire 30,000 in terms of its complexity or size, but it is certainly large. I don't think it's quite as big as the final map of the first game. That was enormous, and bigger than it had to be as well. I mean, this is also arguably bigger than it has to be. Like, you could have just had the lens come inside to an altar in the side overlooking the interior without this whole stairway and reflection and stuff like that. But at the same time, I kind of appreciate the sort of Indiana Jones-esque lens reflection down the hallway sort of thing. Get us what we can of this reflection crystal before moving on. Let's get up here. Yeah, there's another little lip up the top there. I'm not going to try and get all of that right now, though. I'm actually going to clean just the rest of the crystal first, because maybe I don't have to worry too much about the little pieces like that. Maybe they're going to be kind about it. But it's like, on the other hand, why put the dirt up there if they're not going to expect me to clean it, right? Good. And then this cluster bit here as well. Good. Right. Oh yeah, right around the back here as well. Can we get up onto this one? No. Not quite. Just take the extension off. I think that might be getting caught as well. Right. There's like a little... I keep jumping off the side. Okay, well... maybe it doesn't matter. We need to do the top of that one as well. I'm not sure what place gives me a better angle for that. I feel I am meant to be able to get on top of it. Because, yeah, how else am I supposed to do this one? Other than just jumping and spraying, but that never feels good. I never feel like I should have to just go jump and spray. Yes, I can, but that feels like a failure in level design. Oh, the moon is almost over the top of the volcano. I wonder if that's... is it going to... okay, yeah, I know what's going to happen. The beam is going to shoot up to the moon. Is that cheating if I read ahead that much? But, I mean, surely, that's what all signs are pointing to. Turns out, the pacifists are from the moon in the first place. That's where the third game is going to be set. We're going to go to the moon, guys. Artemis 2 was just preparing our arrival. Like, I know I'm probably supposed to, like, play it dumb. Be like, as a streamer, yeah, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. I don't know anything. This is so confusing to me. I have no idea. What are they going to have happen? You know, that's not how my brain works. Very much more inclined to just go, I wonder what the deal is here. Oh, look. The moon is almost directly above where I'm standing. Gee, could that be a coincidence? I don't think so. Nice. Okay. We should clean off the... Well, actually, we've got a lot of the floor to do down here too, actually. We should do that first, and then once we get past the next stairs section, then we'll clean the reflection crystal and move on, because I think that's the last reflection before it goes down to the altar anyway. This reminds me of those dungeon sort of places in Mass Effect Andromeda, where you get to a certain point and then do something, I forget exactly what, and then there's like a cloud of nanites chases you out. And all of a sudden becomes, after being like a long, slow problem-solving sort of thing, all of a sudden becomes a manic race to escape. So I didn't sign up for this style of gameplay. That's what got me about Ori as well. Like, I'm not very good at side-scroller platformers at the best of times, but Ori was gorgeous, and I enjoyed the exploration of it. And then I got to the first escape sequence, where it's like, you want me to what now? It's like escaping the tree as it floods or something like that, and then... oh great, now I have a limited time button mash sort of segment that was not part of this game previously. This is not what I signed up for. Still beat it, got through the game eventually, with much cursing and nearly throwing of controllers, but... that's why I have not finished Hollow Knight. Okay, we've done the stairs and the next energy channel, so time to do the reflection lens. So it can charge up the next bit, yep, which is indeed the altar. Almost halfway now, okay, that's not so bad. And at least it's colourful, right? It's different surfaces and it's colourful. That was the big problem with the last level of the first game. It was just huge and repetitive, especially the external walls. I mean, the external wall of this one before I came in was not exactly fun, but at least it was one bit and then I could move on. It could also have not been a thing. It could have just been clean the crystal clusters, but not actually like the rock wall itself. But at least it was just that. Because yeah, in the first game, oops, no, I didn't mean to use soap. Never mind. Cleaning all of this fine without soap, so... I haven't even needed anything specifically with like the red nozzle or anything. I would have thought maybe for the lenses itself, maybe that should have needed the red. I've only needed to use the red for distance so far. Oh, good. Nice. But at least these crystals and stuff are all distinct dings, they're all colourful. Much more pleasurable experience. Oh, it's a cluster. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. And let's do the steps now. I can just do all of the steps now. And then come back and catch up on the crystals. It's a thick gunk. It's like some sort of corruption layer. It's like toxic goo. All of a sudden we're playing Planet Crafter again. It's reminding me of something else, and I can't think what game specifically it actually is reminding me of. In terms of it being like dark corruption. 50%, here we go. We're back on Terra Firma with Rusty and Detergento, just in time to see the festivities kick off. Perfect timing. Okay, what else is going to happen with him, I wonder? It's got to be something to do with him, right? He was here for a reason. How are you getting up there? I hope you're getting somewhere. Yes, I am. So there's got to be something to do with Rusty. Maybe not. I don't know. There's been so many things that I've thought was related, and it turns out there's been nothing to do with it. Like the whole mine thing. What was all that about? Was the mine like the cement mixer and the dump truck, and then there never seemed to really be anything else related to that. It presumably ties into the lore somehow, but it was something like they were expecting to mine something and then came up empty? Like they weren't actually finding anything? And I don't know what that had to do with anything. Other than kind of tidying off like the previous game's thing, because it was like the mining drill that was the Blake Thrust drill or something instead. So maybe someone was just speculating based on that. But it turned out there just wasn't anything to it. Oh, there's a whole backside around the altar as well. Okay. See, now is where the two wolves that are inside of me start to battle it out in terms of, do I continue following order and clean around the outside and everything? And then there's the just push the big red button side that just wants me to go, okay, let's just go straight in and clean like the altar area and then worry about doing the surrounding afterwards. Let's see the visual effect. Because it might be something that shows up on like the time lapse or something. It's like we can effectively finish the game in terms of cleaning up like the altar and stuff before we tidy up the rest, sort of thing. It's like, okay, that's done, now let's finish, you know, the professionalism takes over and we just tidy up the rest like we did with the back of the truck. That's why it's always difficult for me when it comes to those levels where it's like, okay, what do I clean first, what do I clean last? I very nearly cleaned the mouse first in the town floats instead of last. But then I thought, no, I'm just going to work from the front back, and we'll finish with the mouse instead. What am I missing from the crystals? Oh, they're technically attached. Okay, by a tiny little bit there. Alright, I thought this was going to be a separate cluster. I don't know why this is called Crystals Cluster when, I don't know, the distinct crystals in a cluster feels like more of a cluster. Instead they're just conduit crystals, of which this one is even attached for some reason. What am I missing? Cleaned it all? Ah, a little bit on the side of that one. Alright. Okay, we've done the stairs, we're now onto the platform floor. That's... oh, 12th activation conduit. I didn't even notice that that was a thing. Was this the 11th activation conduit, was it? Oh, which I haven't even finished. There we go. Yeah, oh, first activation conduit. What? There's 12? Oh, okay. Yes, I see now. Okay, so we're gonna have to clean all the way around anyway. That solves my quandary, because they're all activation conduits. 12 of them, just like the 12 Zodiac in the planetarium, right? Coincidence? Probably. So here we have conduit channel and then platform floor. Here's the next one. Okay, so if it was 12th around the other side, this is first. So we want to work anti-clockwise, I guess? I think this is the second in that case. Oh, I need a short wrist break, actually. That's fortuitous timing. So much just doing this all the time. So, how big is this activation conduit? Is it just this cluster? No, it's going to be the whole big thing to my left as well. Yes, 4 hours of wrist exercises. What can I say? This game is just so exciting. I have just been squirting this entire time. There we go. Gotta get right into the edges. Literally when this, well, the first of these games first came out, and other friends of mine were also streaming it, we called it speed squirting. Straight away. We should be able to jump on top of that one. Yes, good. That'll make it a lot easier. In case you're wondering, we are inside an active volcano. Well, dormant, I guess. Hopefully. Hopefully not active. Maybe that's going to be what happens at the end. We're gonna finish this, we're gonna trigger this off, volcano erupts and we die. No eagles will be coming to save us, like Frodo. Or we get blasted to the moon, and so that's the setting for the third one. Just get blasted onto the moon. We become adult by design, not short. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, it's the classic old, yeah, growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional. Save maturity for things like work and taxes. It's wasted on leisure activities. Conduit crystals, now I have to do the cluster, and this should be the second activation conduit. Yes, there we go. Good. We're working our way around correct order. It slightly bugs me that it's not clockwise, but I'll allow it. I would prefer it if it was clockwise. Always feels better. Also just a better angle, since I'm forced to be right-handed in this. You're never asked to be an adult and have to deal with tax. Yeah, thankfully our tax system in New Zealand is quite straightforward. So if you want to overcomplicate it and get into a bunch of extra investments and stuff, then yeah, you're going to have to deal with more things in terms of tax, like if you run a business and stuff, but it's only as complicated as you want to make it. If you're just an employee, it's pretty much done for you. We are very lucky. And we don't even get taxed that much. People complain about it, because of course, people are always going to complain about it, but relatively, not that bad. Which is also why we lack a lot of services and stuff, but, you know, people always want more things, but then do not want to have to pay extra for it. Third activation conduits. But the alternative to growing old and having to deal with taxes is not very attractive, so we won't dwell on that. Next, conduits. Seems these ones are quite small by comparison. Like, I would have thought that each of them would have maybe like one big crystal that would be the focal point. But no, seems not. Sizes and everything, I guess, is what we're learning. It's reasonably tough stains, but it is still coming off with just the green, so that's good. And we're kind of past the worst of it in terms of tricky angles and stuff. Like, yeah, the altar's going to have a bit, but it's not too bad. It's all easily within reach, at least, so I'm not having to deal with awkward distances again. Maybe we do just do the yellow. It cuts through things more reliably. Oh, here's Harper again. You should see the parade, Wishy. It's amazing. Everyone's really gone to town. Yes, they would have to go to town, otherwise they wouldn't see the parade. It's nice seeing everyone come together like this, and there's the squirting again. Is it really just a parade? They'll all meet up at the roller disco later. Good. Cluster. This one's a larger cluster. It's not really any, like, tall or anything, it's just, yeah. Wider, I guess. That felt really generous. I'm sure I had more to clean on that one. What can we see down there? Not much. Just looking down into a volcano, don't mind me. Fifth activation conduit. Okay, I was thinking maybe it was bigger because it was like the sixth or something. It was like around the other side. Yeah, the sixth one isn't anything special. And now we can just do the green again. We're so close to it. And then I think that, and then I have to go over it multiple times in order to actually clean things off again. I should know better by now. Gold is best. At least with this washer. I'm sure with the most powerful one, you would do everything on the green. You could probably do most things even with just the white one. That's how crazy it would be. I look forward to finding out shortly. I'm not going to immediately launch back into the campaign for redoing it all with the Pro Washer like I did last time, the first game, but I do really want to try out the best washer. So we might take a look and see if I can find, maybe there's a small map that I missed an achievement on, and we just blitz that with the best washer. It's slow progress, but it is steady progress. Then we've got the whole floor to do as well, which is going to take a while. I don't really want to break this up into 2 parts, though, if I can avoid it. We'll see how far we get, though. I mean, we're over halfway. We're almost 2/3 of the way there, in fact. I definitely feel like the difficult part is done. This is all just the tedious part of just getting through the level. And again, I do kind of feel, yeah, they wanted the immensity factor and stuff, you want it to be impressive, blah blah blah, but did it really have to be this big in here? I feel they could have just had the door open, have maybe 1 reflection crystal, maybe you have 2, but you have it being a narrower channel, come down here, have the altar, maybe have 6 activation conduits instead of 12 in like a hexagonal shape or something, preferably something a bit more of a formalized design as well instead of this haphazard, more natural formation sort of thing. I think it would have been cooler if they'd been carved into some form, like focusing towards the center. And yeah, just had to be more compact in general. Like, does it have to be this larger platform just for the sake of it? I think not. It's already taken us so long in the game to get to this point, right? I mean, at least they didn't do lots of big levels leading up to this, when we had to deal with a bunch of big ones earlier. That were not even connected with the main story. That's the other annoying thing, is I feel that maybe they could have been a separate job track, so we could have pursued the storyline specifically, and then done the rest of the cleanup. So I feel like, so the planetarium, and the roller disco, and few others, really. Like the farm and stuff. I don't think... Well, I guess the farm tied into the temple. That's why I feel you should have cleaned the tractor first to be introduced to the farm. Have that as the launching pad to then getting the temple job. And then cleaning the barn afterwards or something. I don't know. I feel it could have been done differently. But then they made this one, like, award. $30,000 when we finish this one, apparently. As well as all of the bits we get along the way. So I guess at that point, it just trivializes the rest. But is that a bad thing, really? It's a case of, yeah, if you do beeline the main storyline and you get that windfall, and then you can just invest in the best washer and do all of the other giant jobs that aren't directly related. More at your leisure. It's tricky when the crystals are blue because I can't tell which is the crystals and which is the cluster. There we go. I feel instead of calling this the crystal cluster, this should just be the crystal's base or something, or conduit base even. The floor is going to take us so long. So with it, half of the crystal is exposed. Not the whole thing. And it's like eroding unevenly, not even from the edge of one of the sides. It's like halfway along. Cool. Cluster, now we get crystals, and then this, I think, is the final conduit. I mean, I completely lost count. I didn't think we were up to the 11th one. We've already done the 12th. Yep, 11th activation conduit. Sure enough. Alright. Yeah, we're back to the start again. It's Harper again, it's 70%. Here come the floats. We're going to hear about some sort of tragedy happening. People from Lubra City are really going for it with their synchronized dance routine. Cool. If I wasn't seeing with my eyes, I wouldn't think it was physically possible. You're easily impressed. Here's the conduit channel. At least the floor is broken up into pieces because of the conduit channels they have. I appreciate that. Good. There's the floor. And here's the next conduit channel. Anodic siphon insulator. Okay. I'm making up words again. I'm kind of hoping something happens after I clean all of the conduits as well. Like all of the conduits and the channels. Kind of want things to light up or something. Otherwise, yeah. I was thinking it made sense to clean them first before cleaning the main altar itself, but now I'm wondering if that choice will be vindicated or not. Or should I have cleaned the altar and then moved on to doing each of the conduits. Maybe that would have made more sense. So then any changes that they made would have been manifest immediately? I don't know. They're probably overthinking things again. If we stand in the middle of the beam, do we just get a game over? Probably shouldn't try that. Fairly sure it just goes straight through us. Fairly sure I've accidentally jumped into it already. All this runoff is just going to be filling up this volcano with water. Is that a problem? It's just going to be leaking out of the groundwater. I still think that the whole thing's just going to erupt and completely decimate the town where they're having their parade. Almost at 80%, so we can get another little update. It's kind of annoying that the update is about something completely unrelated to what we're doing. I feel that this is where we should be getting more lore explanation as to what actually did happen. Like, if someone confessed to things, I should just be getting it sort of dribbled out as to how all of the maps tie together. Even the ones that are seemingly unrelated, like what's up at the gas station, for example. The motel turned out to just be a location used for cleaning other things. Okay, pumped and float might look less of a spectacle, but let me tell you, Annie and a few monks are up there giving the gritty everything. Oh dear. That's the farm owner and the monks. Duck and goat are amazing too. Any revelers get too close to the float and they're serving it to them. What? I don't know what you're meaning. Like, literally as a sacrifice? What's going on? What kind of festivities are these? Celestial tractor stairs. Oh, tractor beam? So is this to, like, pull the moon back into... Are you going to pull the moon down to Earth? Is that what's going on here? Is that the apocalypse we're now going to be starting? Or is that what's the idea is that's meant to be holding it in orbit? Is that the whole thing? Either way, seems weird. Now what do I finish with? Maybe I should finish with those stairs. Boink. Oh, is it just solid? I can just jump through it. Alright. Just as well, because I need to get on top of this. Clean off the cathodic siphon. There you go. At least as much of that as I need to do while standing on it. It's going to be easier if I just do all of these while just jumping on top of them, isn't it? Rather than me trying to do them from angles. I'm sure of it. Alright, now we do the corners, I guess. There's also this bit in here. Yeah, there's all these awkward angles. That's what's going to be annoying about this now, is just doing all these little awkward bits. In fact, standing on these corner bits here might even be better. It's a flux inhibitor, apparently. Yeah, because then I can clean in here more easily. That's something out of below zero. Goes all the way to the ground, looks like. There's not like anodic siphon base or anything like that. It's all just one big bit there. Alright, well that's a bit boring. So we finish the level, we turn on the machine, We pulled the moon down to Earth, and all of a sudden we're playing Majora's Mask. Is that what's going to happen? Turns out I was Ganondorf the entire time. Should we just clean a few of the bits around the edges as well, rather than trying to do everything from like the middle down or anything? That's cleaning the flux inhibitor sounds important. In this game we learn the valuable lesson that things don't work properly unless you clean them first. I wonder if that's a lesson that you can try and ingrain into kids somehow. It's like, don't put the batteries in their toys if they are dirty. Oh, you've got to clean it before it'll work. Because that would work better with things with a remote control. So many surfaces. It reminds me a bit of something out of Halo as well, when you think of it. That same sort of angular architecture with designs. Oh, that's the insulator done. Oh, that seems important too. And this last 12% is going to take a while, I think, because of just how fiddly this stuff is. Fiddly and filthy. An annoying combination. I was really hoping there would be like altar steps or something. I mean, obviously it's not just an altar, it does have a purpose. It's some sort of gravitational anchor, but like, I was hoping for a bit more of a breakdown of pieces, not just crystalline capacitor being so big. Oh, 90%, here's Harper. Here comes the Muckingham float. Okay, so what did they do for that one this time? Or is that the raccoon? Is that Indy and Park Warden up there? It is. Who's Indy? I forget. Am I supposed to remember? I can't remember all the characters. Parky looks incredible in the hat and ginger cat costume. He's body popping. Oh dear. See, that's where we should unlock the cat costume in the shop. Didn't think he had it in him. Good. Got the insulator down on this side as well. Oh, it's split in half. Of course, well that makes sense because I didn't clean the front of it. Interesting they didn't just have it go all the way through. Yeah, because now there's another insulator on this side to clean as well. We haven't done anything on the front at all.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
It is kind of amusing to me, that's for sure, that the kind of the direction they took this story. It's like, okay, we've got a game where you power wash things. Cool. What's going to happen? Well, the cat's going to get kidnapped, a volcano's going to erupt, and we're going to lean heavily into some science fiction plot involving time travel and the moon. Okay. And we do all of this by being essentially a bystander through a lot of it. Oh, we didn't even finish this one. There we go. I mean, while it's kind of cool that they have this whole thing of, oh yes, now the moon is destabilizing and blah blah blah. It's like, okay, but how did that even happen in the first place? Because presumably, until the events of the previous game, there wasn't like a big beam of light firing out of the volcano into the sky up to the moon or anything, right? So what events actually led to things becoming destabilized in the first place, and why? Like, that's the bit that doesn't quite make sense to me. I get the steps to resolve what's happening. I don't quite understand the chain of events that led to it becoming a problem in the first place. At least not in how it's been presented in-game, anyway. It needs someone just to have written it down. I wonder if there's a plot summary somewhere online that someone's done. So yeah, let's just actually write this down to try and make some sense out of it. Because you do only get snippets here and there through various levels, and you know, you're not necessarily paying close attention every time something pops up on the message machines, so, you know. Might just miss large chunks of things happening. Oh, there is the news board, though. Maybe there's more clues if we had been paying attention to the news clippings. I just never really noticed when new things appeared there. And there was a bunch relating to the previous game anyway already. Okay, what still needs to be done? Okay, so we had entrance, volcano chamber. Now we've got, yeah, the siphons, anodic and cathodic. Okay, makes sense. Stairs, platform, transformer. Ah, okay. So that is just that. Oh, and floating gem, apparently. We're going to have another one. Interesting that they don't have that, like, hidden off the list or anything. Alright, so we'll do the stairs now then. Okay, we know that a floating gem is going to appear. There's the platform. There's a second bit of stairs. Guessing we need to do... There we go, third bit of stairs. Good. Now we've got gravitational transformer, which are these bits on either side, and now we have anodic siphon. I missed that these were actually different. The one was anodic and the other was cathodic. And it's also very generous, it seems. Yeah, I was worrying about all the nitpicking and stuff. Womp, womp, womp. There we go, and now we have a floating gem. Oh, it's not yet. Thea crystal and Thea crystal bracket. Ah, of course. The whole Thea thing. That's where the solar system tied in, just to tell us about Thea. Do I have to clean this more stringently? I do? Oh, gross, okay. We are soaping this thing then. I'm gonna cover your crystal in soap. And yeah, the moon has now moved directly overhead, conveniently. If only I could have timed this better with the music. We're gonna have to get up and stand up there on top of it, I think. Where's the brackets, though? That's one of them. Ah! Let me up. Okay. I'm gonna stand on this thing when I clean it, and you can send me to the freaking moon. It's like the black soulstone out of Diablo. And by cleaning the crystal, he released the primevals. Oh, they just did that. Okay, well that was easy enough. Womp. Okay, so it didn't really do anything. But it now spins, and it then does this, and... Unfortunately, the job complete thing doesn't disappear, and if we press escape to make it disappear, it'll bring up the time-lapse, but I'm focused on what's happening. Spoils the effect a little bit. Okay, the moon is still spinning. Are you now pulling it to Earth, or what's happening? Like, this still hasn't solved things, right? Well, let's look at the time-lapse then. So we had the entranceway, and then we ding, 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 and then it took us forever to work our way around here. And then eventually, bink, and done. I have no idea how, but you've done it again. Now get yourself outside quick as you can. The fireworks are starting. I have $70,000 after that. Fantastic. Oh. Credits time. We have music. It's gonna blow the moon up. Oh, is that all? Chunky boy. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. Power Wash the musical, that's a good idea. The forests have never been so tranquil, what with fireworks. Bet you're over the moon, says Karen. Ah, they don't even give us time to watch all the accolades.
Let it flow, it's only just begun.
We do at least get to see everything in order now.
Let it show your best is yet to come.
There's the campsites.
Everything will glow with the rising sun.
We have to go back and clean some lanterns. There's the Art Deco house.
Let it flow, 'cause the best is yet to come.
The dog car, yeah.
Feels like time for
That was so weird.
change, when chaos leaves from every page.
And the billboard, which is when the mayor got reintroduced.
To clear the fragments line by line.
Tea room.
See a
Never really got explained what happened there.
Each trace removed, each scene remade. Still your
That was fun.
minds and breathe.
Shooting gallery.
Through the noise to find the peace.
That's the thing, it's not everything has to fit in with the lore or anything. I'm fine with that. But some of them, like the gas station, was such a pain to do. Would have been nice to figure out how that fit in.
Everything will glow with the rising sun.
Whee! I do love seeing the kind of circular motion. So there's the
'Cause
little
the
scooter.
best is yet to come.
Yeah, so what was up with Rusty? I'm sure there was more to him than meets the eye. There's the lawyer's house. There's the airship. I'm going to assume that what was depicted in the theatre was fairly accurate. Yeah, so then there was the cement mixer. I have no idea how that actually fit in with anything, that and the mining truck. I should probably be listening to the lyrics, but this is this Let It Flow. Too busy reminiscing. Climbing frame, the climbing gym was like a real favourite. The nightclub, I refuse to call it roller disco now, it's just a nightclub. There's the tractor. So we must have missed the barn while I was looking at other things. There's the temple interior. And yeah, the secret bit. The artifact was a cell phone. Must have been a Nokia. And there's the trailer, the theatre, that's... I think I have to clean the front row seats for that. There's the motel where I discovered the secret to do with the soap. That made the rest of it go faster. There's the gator. That was a fun one too. I quite like that one. Solar system, which was brilliant concept, but really too big. And then the streetcar. That was actually quite fun. The streetcar was cool. More technical than anything. Salvage house was fun as well. That one was difficult with the angles though. Almost got flummoxed. Then the big, again, I mean I was happy to do the big dump truck, but it didn't really fit in with anything, did it? And the fun house. I mean, yeah, and fair enough, they did just have, in the ski resort as well, yeah, those ones were just, they were just fun. They didn't really fit in with anything, they were just for the sake of it. But that's why I wonder if there should have been a secondary track of like story missions and then side missions. And then you could do the story missions, finish the campaign, get your 30,000, and then go and do the side missions. The cats are just playing in the front of the theatre the whole time. Big rig. There you go, Truck Simulator crossover. Finally. Finally it happened. And then the final level again. Thanks for washing. Brilliant. And back to base. Did we unlock anything else? Map complete. And this also complete. Oh, it's just the entrance door is just the trophy from that? Really? I feel that could have been better. That deserved to be like a double thing at least, surely. And then there's the theatre sets that they crammed onto one there. I do like the idea of that though. Even if it did let me kind of guess how far through that I was. Even though there's actually a progress bar in here anyway that shows that. So that's now orange. Which I believe means we've now finished everything. I'm just going to take a short break and then I'll come back and do some closing thoughts. I'll put the music back on again. Restoring the balance, that's ironic.